right, so lady's husband passes away, and she inherits $20,000 to pay for the funeral. So after the funeral's over, she was visiting with one of her friends in town the next day, and her friend said, "So how did it work out?" She said, "Fine. I had $20,000 to spend on the funeral and the memorial stone." And she said, the funeral was $5,000, and I spent $15,000 on the memorial stone. And the woman said, $15,000? Man, how big was it? And she said, about 3.5 carats. Highway patrolman pulls somebody over on the interstate. Lady's driving 35 miles an hour. And the policeman said, "Ma'am, this is an interstate and you can't drive that slow, it's not safe." And the policeman looked around the back, and the women in the back had this terror of fear on their face. I mean, they were like, ah. And he looked at them and he said, "Man, they're really fearful." He said, why were you only driving 35 miles an hour and they're afraid?" And she said, "This is Highway 35. Oh, I thought that was the speed limit." She said, "The reason they're afraid is that we just got off of Highway 95. Burglar breaks into a house at night. It's completely pitch black, and all of a sudden he hears this voice that says, "Jesus is watching you." And he freezes and he turns his light on and he shines around, and there's a parrot up in the corner. And he says, "Did you say that?" And the parrot said, "Yes." And he said, "My name is Moses, and I am here to warn you." And he said, "What kind of a family would name a parrot Moses?" And he said, "The same kind of parrot that would name a 150-pound Rottweiler Jesus." Y'all go back and eat.